wipe this off. I mean, maybe that's actually pretty good. Lived here about 4.5 weeks ago in my little hotel, and for the first 4.5 weeks, I'd done my live talk show while sitting on that little nook right there in my hotel. Thought it was best. Honestly, I'd had some viewer complaints about the audio quality or lack thereof of the sound, and I wasn't sure if the sound sounded muffled or tinny because the phone was on my gimbal on this cushiony thing, or if it's because it sounded funny because it was in this little nook, if you will. So today, I decided to get out from the nook, get away from the window, sit at this very fancy desk I have, and do my show here. So thank you so much for joining me. Uh, Tempted to go into my intro, but I want some water first, so hang with me. I'm back. So, good morning. Ah, good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Wednesday morning. It's March 18th. It's 9:06 a.m. Happy Wednesday. Coffee with Ken is a show I have done for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life, kind of sharing the adventure that is one man's life, and that one man is me. But for those that have been watching a while, you know it is not just a show about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, you know it's also a show about me. That's too low. Sharing my love of coffee. Hello, Devaja. Linta Devaja. Hello. Again, it's a show about me sharing my love of coffee. Hold on, quick swig of water. And with that in mind, I just grabbed a nice hot cup of coffee, a Yeti, a purple Yeti of coffee from my hotel lobby. I think I said hi to a couple people while going there. Wasn't super interactive, this visit to my lobby today. Sometimes it is. Usually, when it is, I will tell you a story about the adventures I had from my hotel door, which is right there, to the lobby, which is close. You see, they are a continental breakfast here, a very limited breakfast. It's got bananas, it's got Rice Krispie treats, toast. I don't eat the toast or the Rice Krispie treats. Oranges, oatmeal, and some yogurts. I grab a couple of these little yogurts and a couple of yogurts. Wait, a couple of oranges and a couple of yogurts, and that's usually the start to my day. I'll tell you what, I woke up early this morning. Was up at 4, was feeling kind of unenthused, kind of betwixt and between. I had recently relocated from Wisconsin to Illinois, and I got a job. I mean, I got hired, but I didn't get started as a waiter for about a week and a half after I got here. And it is a job where they're not fully desperately in season or needing me yet. And I'm only being put to work about 3 or so days a week. Um, and I've also been applying for a more serious heavy lifting job that would dominate others and, you know, pay a salary and be a real job, if you will. But like everything else, sometimes things in life take a little longer than we'd like. And the interview process, I just did my third interview yesterday, and it went real well. I think they'll make a hiring decision and start onboarding in the next 2 weeks. But still, assuming that candidate is me, and I am assuming the candidate is me, it still leaves me another 2 weeks trying to keep busy, trying to feel productive, trying to find joy while having way too much time on my hand, living in a tiny little hotel room, uh, no real social life, and not a whole heck of a lot to do. And I'll tell you what, the last few weeks has been a challenge, and the next couple of weeks will probably be a challenge. But I kind of think things happen for a reason, and maybe it's God telling me that I need to get stronger or need to learn a thing or two about patience or about gratitude or about any number of things. So, anyway, as I was saying, for those that have been watching a while, it's not just a show about me talking. Good morning, Fred Hinkle. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have this nice purple Yeti in front of me, and I am so excited to have my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you've got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. That is nice. That is nice. Oh, is that nice? Do I have a. Wait, somebody's mocking me. Somebody actually with the word died in their name is mocking me. I think you obviously must consider the source. And anybody that has in the title of their social media name the word died, you probably should write off as a valuable source. But saying I shouldn't be live streaming, dude, I've been live streaming for 6 years. I got like 70,000 followers. Yes, I should be live streaming. Maybe you should get a life and go do something else and stop watching me. Do I have a hangover from St. Patrick's Day? No, no, I do not. No, I do not. Did not wear a drop of green, and I didn't go into a place that serves alcohol. I don't drink. I think it's been 4.5 years since I've had any alcohol. Yeah, I think it was 2021, October 28th, 2021. So yeah, no, I don't have a hangover. I don't even know what it's like to feel like I have a hangover. I used to wake every day. It used to be part of who I was, waking every day, feeling hungover. Not like horridly clutching the ivory god type of hangover, the pounding headache type of hangover, but just kind of that in my gut crappy sort of feeling, kind of the not 100% sort of feeling. I've gotten used to that, and it's part of my day by day living. And it's good to not have it be part of my everyday living. I didn't know what to do with the do not disturb sign. I had it out front, but eventually I'd like them to change my sheets at some point today. So I took it off. So at some point, I am anticipating a knock on my door and a sound of room service. Maybe I will welcome them in and interview them for this glorious show. Maybe a little more coffee. Mm, 1 second. I had the lid shut. Well, Sandra Edmonds, get up and get and making that coffee. You can do it. Speaking of getting up to make the coffee, again, I woke up early today. I was feeling a little despondent. I'm kind of twixt and tween things. I almost got a second job this week. And to work this second job, I had to request off the whole week of work for my first job so I could train at my second job. Thing just didn't work out. I had an interview scheduled yesterday that I could not cancel. And so they wanted to push the training week. It gets kind of confusing. It's even confusing for me to the following week. I said, hell no. I didn't even actually say hell no. I just didn't respond. I was so disgusted with the suggestion to move the training week, the mandatory training week, to another week because I was had an hour where I couldn't be dedicated to the craft that was waiting tables at their restaurant. But anyway, where was I? I woke early this morning, and I'm kind of twixt and tween some things. Yeah, Mike, I have been back in Illinois for 5 weeks now. Thanks for hopping on. Um, and I will tell you what, if you got an active mind and you are relocating and you do not have a job to keep you fully satiated with mentally, to keep you preoccupied, to keep you moving forward, to keep the alarm going off in the morning and to walking out the door and getting dressed and getting in the shower, or kids to hurry off to school, or kids to change the diapers. It leaves far too much time on your hands. And I have had far too much time on my hands the last few weeks. And yesterday I was struggling. I talked about it a little bit. I've been working out pretty regularly. I've been hitting the heavy bag, bench pressing, curls, pull ups, sled pulls, a bunch of other things. Um, and I kind of tweaked my shoulder the other day. It was kind of aching, but I was hitting the heavy bag and all of a sudden it hurt a little bit and it's kind of sore. I could go work out now. I could get through it. It's nothing that's like really debilitating. But the last thing I want to do is tear something and have me not be able to work out for an extended period of time. So I took the day off yesterday and it left a huge void in my schedule. A huge void. I had a very important interview yesterday afternoon. It went well. My nervousness all day was not about the interview. It was, what am I going to do after the interview? And I'll tell you what, it hit like a ton of bricks. Again, the interview couldn't have gone better, I don't think. It was great, I think. I think he liked me a lot. I think they're going to hire me. Wasn't ready to offer me the job. And even if he did, he wasn't certainly wasn't going to put me to work at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon in mid-March. So there's some paperwork and some hiring processes required. So filling the void of time for me has been a challenge. And a huge foundational piece of my days has been going to the gym every day and getting a good workout and blowing off some of that stuff. I wasn't able to go yesterday. I'm probably not going to go today. However, the good news, during all my frustration yesterday, I was freaking out. I was bitching to ChatGPT, going bitch, 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 bitch. And it was tolerating me better than a friend might. Most of my friends probably would have hung up if they heard me whining and bitching as much as I was. ChatGPT seems to enjoy it and hangs in there and keeps trying to spin it into a positive. Well, you're in the between stage. You had a great interview. You're waiting for a job offer. You're not having any shifts tonight. You're not able to go to the gym. Any human being would be frustrated in this situation. Why don't you just go for a walk? Can't tell you how often ChatGPT suggests I go for a walk. Well, Mr. ChatGPT, I live in a hotel on an off ramp off a highway in the middle of Illinois. If I go for a walk, the best I can do is, and it's like 20 degrees and gale force winds out. Just walk around a gas station and walk back and go, gosh, that sucked. Anyways, I didn't go for a walk, but I did commit to getting out to Starbucks. I think I might live on the wrong side of town here in my hotel. When I do find an apartment, how am I doing financially? It's a struggle, but I'm making it happen, Mike. I was fortunate to get a job right when I got down here, and I haven't been working enough hours. They honestly just don't need me enough. And I applied to a bunch of different other restaurants to fill the gaps, and was offered a job at one, but they're due to their mandatory training schedule. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. I had to tell one job that I wasn't able to work the following week because I had to train all week at another job. I don't know. It felt uncomfortable to me. I don't know. Does it feel uncomfortable to you? It did to me. I felt like the first job might tell me to shove it up my ass and tell me to go work full time at that other job. And I certainly didn't want that. I like that job. They like me there. The people like me there. I'm good there. I'm just not busy enough right now. So I've been reading from this book a little bit every day, Experiencing God. You guys want me to read from it today? What do we got? We have a glorious audience, a very late starting audience. Mike, you hurt your wrist, I think, or something like that, so you're not able to work out till mid-April. Yeah, no, I just tweaked my shoulder, and for a guy like me that's been working out really hard and feeling good doing it, to not be able to go to the gym and hit the heavy bag or release the stress or what have you is problematic. Oh, um, I had joined a Crunch Fitness when I first moved here, again about 5 weeks ago, and again I've been enjoying the gym a lot. They have a room, they have classes, and out of desperation, I looked on the schedule, and there is a restorative yoga class tonight at 7:15. And I will tell you what, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward just to having something to get out of the hotel room and to go do. And I don't know if any of you are practice yoga at all, but it's a nice mix of balance and strength and flexibility and mental stuff all rolled into one. And the restorative yogas, almost all the good stuff, but none of the hard work, if you will. Kind of the slow, warm atmosphere, the relaxing music, the calm voice, the slow movements, but really none of the struggle. You're holding some positions for a period of time, kind of digging deep and getting into some uh, uh, deep into the muscles and loosening them up. And I'm really looking forward to it tonight. Mike said, "You think you've been joining some classes to be social?" Yeah, no, I think it'll be great for me as well. Again, I've been frustrated as heck. I do like going to the gym. I'm seeing some faces, but most of us are wearing headsets. Not that we're all going to be chit chatting at the yoga class, but I'm really looking forward to going and just having something on this calendar makes me not feel like I have to fill this massive void of time today. Am I retired? Oh no, I am not retired. I'm at my peak earnings stage. I have four beautiful kids and a lot of financial responsibilities. I'm not close to retired. Have I had an opportunity to visit the girls? Yeah, my my girls actually, well, one of my girls is in Thailand. I have a son and daughter that live kind of not super close to me, but fairly close to me. And I've seen them 3 times in the last 5 weeks. And that's been super nice, Mike. And although frustrating, to be honest with you, because I'd like to have them for whole weekends and what have you. And, I don't live in a place that can have two little ones. But I have been able to see them, and it's been really nice. Does anyone want me to read this? I haven't gotten a whole heck of a lot out of it. Uh, Again, I haven't gotten a whole heck of a lot out of it, but it is a book titled Experiencing God. I keep shutting my lid and then trying to take a sip of coffee. With all I'm going through, mm, that's what I need. Claudia Valentine gave a hearty no to not reading this, so I'm going to read it just to spite Claudia Valentine. And again, it's a little book written by a guy who's very spiritual and writes little daily passages that I think I'm hoping kind of drip into my soul and maybe give me a little lesson uh, that maybe I need to hear. And maybe some of you guys need to hear. The Father draws you. He said, "This is why I told you that no one can come to me unless it's granted to him by the Father." John 6:65. Throughout Jesus' ministry on earth, he never seemed intimidated by the crowds. Instead, he looked into the multitudes and focused on those whom his Father was sending to him. Jesus knew that because of sin, no one naturally seeks after God. Sinful man's inclination is to hide from God rather than to come to him. Therefore, when Jesus saw that the Father was drawing a person to himself, Jesus immediately began relating to that person. Jesus observed the great lengths to which the despised tax collector, Zacchaeus, had gone in order to see him pass by. In response, Jesus immediately left the crowd and spent time with this man in whom the Father was obviously working. When Jesus noticed a man following after him, Jesus spoke to Andrew, "Come." Every time the disciples experienced a new insight into the truths of God, Jesus recognized that it was the Father who had been at work in their lives. As the multitudes gathered around Jesus, he spoke some truths that were difficult for the people to grasp. So challenging were his words that many of his listeners departed. But Jesus did not become discouraged. He saw that the Father was working in the lives of his disciples, and that is where Jesus invested his time. As you desire to spend time alone with Jesus, recognize that this is the Father drawing you to his Son. You do not seek quiet times with God in order to experience him. The fact that he has brought you to a place of fellowship with him is evidence that you are already sensing his activity. As you read the scriptures and pray, trust that God will honor your response to his leading by teaching you more about himself. Philip said, "You can't stop people doing bad things to you, no matter how much you believe." Ah, well, yeah. I mean, Jesus was crucified. It didn't end well for the disciples either. I don't think the point of faith is having people stop doing bad things to you. don't think that's a point of faith at all. And again, I'm not there. I haven't got all the answers at all. I just know sometimes life feels like more than I can handle, and I worry and I fret. And if the days that I have stronger faith, I feel better. And the days when I feel that God has abandoned me, I don't feel so good. And usually, what it is I've abandoned God. Where am I? I love that you call me buddy. Google Chrome. I'm in my hotel. I've switched from this nook where I usually sit to a chair. I thought I'd spice it up today and see what happened. What's happening? You like me? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It's nice to be liked. Kind of gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. So I woke again this morning and was stressed out about having not a darn thing to do. In most days, I hop out of bed, I get my coffee, I do my coffee with Ken show, I go to the gym, I go to the coffee shop, edit videos, look for job opportunities. If I can, I donate plasma. Um, and sometimes I might have an interview. But outside of that, when you're in a new town, I know for me, filling that calendar, that schedule, has been really difficult. So today, very purposefully, for anyone wondering why I'm on late today, is I said, what the heck? I don't have a damn thing really. I mean, I got some things to do today. I'm going to go to yoga at 7. I'm going to go donate plasma today. I'm probably going to find my way to a coffee shop, but I'm not scheduled to work. I had a big interview yesterday that I'm waiting on a job offer. And I'm in a new town where I don't know anybody, despite Fred desperately wanting me to go shopping and buying on layaway furniture for my new apartment. Uh, I'm not going to do that. Irma says, enjoy your time off. Irma, I'm telling you, it's hard to do. It's hard to do. If I was on vacation and been working the last 6 months and I was chilling on a beach, I could probably enjoy my time off. But I'm in the point of my year where I need to be trying my best to make hay of what I've got to make the best, most profitable decisions I can. And just chilling out and laying around, although it did feel nice this morning, I'll be honest with you, isn't going to keep me satisfied for very long. And I have more time on my hands at this moment, especially this week, because I told my job I do have that I couldn't work this week. Um, okay, you're 65 and you're retired. Well, two things. Well, first of all, I'd be worried if and when I ever retire, that I'll be bored as heck. Are you enjoying retirement, Irma? But secondly, if you are retired and you are enjoying it, you've come to the point financially, and you probably don't have two little ones that you want to go visit, or you're probably not in a hotel looking to land a job, get an apartment, rebuild your life again. So, despite our similarity in our ages, me being 57 and you being 65, we're certainly not in the same situation. You got no grandchildren either. I wonder what you do. I'm going to certainly need some more hobbies. I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind's kind of howling out. I think it's probably like 30 degrees. if I have two traditional hobbies, they're golf and fishing. And neither golf nor fishing are really great hobbies to do in early March. So here I am going live with you fine people. What about the rapid rise of anti condimentism? People think they have the right to eat dry sandwiches and make fun of American mayonnaise. It's a sandwich lubricant. Uh, I have a comment about the mayonnaise being a sandwich lubricant. Are you a big, I mean, I wonder if there's any seriousness to your comment. I work as a waiter. I was working the other night. I had a small family come in kind of late, and the mother ordered a sandwich of some sort. Oh no, it was for her fries, and she got French fries with it. And she asked if we had mayonnaise. And I said, "Yeah, we do. They come in. We have them in little packages, though. Is that okay?" And she goes, "As long as it's not Hellman's." you know, I like mayonnaise as much, or maybe even more than the next guy. I think it's uh, quite nice. Quite nice. And I didn't know what they had against Hellman's. And I forget who even asked that. I forget. It was a back baby that asked that about the mayonnaise. Um, do you have any issue with Hellman's mayonnaise? I've never had heard anybody in my life actually specifically say they didn't like a type of mayonnaise. So I was somewhat surprised. Turns out the mayonnaise we offered at this restaurant was not Hellman's either. So everything worked out just fine. But I was surprised why anyone would have an issue with it. Claudia says Hellman's is the best. Good morning, Greg. How are you? I mean, I never, I like most mayonnaises. It's got to be unhealthy because it's really good, especially with fries. I mean, I know it's really good, especially with fries, because this woman, I brought her packs of mayonnaise that was not Hellman's, and I needed to test it. So I grabbed some fries for myself, squished out a few. I mean, I can't even think of another type of mayonnaise besides Hellman's. And what we offer isn't Hellman's mayonnaise, and it's drawn a blank what it is. I don't know. But either way, I'll tell you the fries with the mayonnaise, whatever brand it is, were quite tasty. Are you the only one who likes mayo on a hot dog? The thought of mayo on a hot dog kind of grosses me out. Yeah. I mean, it might be good, but just thinking about it, it grosses me out. I'll tell you what, it feels kind of nice not rushing off to the gym and sitting here at 9, almost 40 in the morning, drinking some coffee, not in a huge rush, really, knowing I'm going to do a yoga class tonight. And between now and then, kind of leisure time, as weird as it is. You've heard Duke's is the best. You prefer Miracle Whip. Well, first of all, Greg, if you're sitting here and trying to pass off salad dressing as mayonnaise, I disqualify you from voting at all. Because Miracle Whip's not even mayonnaise. Oh, that's nice. It's your drill sergeant police officer. It's funny that I think mayo on a hot dog sounds gross. I would bet I'm not alone. I'm not saying it is gross, but I've never heard of putting mayonnaise on a hot dog. I don't think I've ever seen it done. And again, mayonnaise is pretty tasty, so it might be good, but it seems kind of gross. And you compare a hot dog to a ham sandwich, it's not quite the same. I mean, it's similar. They're both pink, meaty type substances, but they're not the same. Oh, I remind you of your drill sergeant police officer. All right. Hello, Kelly Rosenthal. How are you this morning? We've got a slow gathering but glorious audience this morning with 37 people watching, 39 people watching. We got, I think, 16 thumbs up. We've talked for 37 minutes. I've been talking a little shorter lately. I don't know if I don't have a heck of a lot to say. I can't tell you how bored I am in my hotel every day and have my viewership be awesome. Expect my viewership to be awesome. Something is on your mind, says Kelly. Uh, yeah, Greg, you have no qualifications to have any opinion on flavors of condiments. My shoulder's still a little sore. Again, I could work through it. I could work out, but I'm worried I would hurt it. So today I'm going to go and do yoga instead. Does anyone have a problem with their doctor being younger? I mean, how much younger? How old are you, Kelly? Are you like 100? And they're like 30? You know, if I walked into a doctor's office and there was a professional doctor who was in their 40s, I certainly wouldn't bat an eye. You feel like he's not listening. Well, Kelly, I don't even know if Kelly, you're a boy or a girl. You're 44. He's like 20s. I doubt he's in his 20s. Is he on his phone? Is he on Tinder? Is he swiping left or right? It's kind of funny. So you're a woman, and I don't know what that first part means. I know what menopause means, but I'm not sure what perimenopause means. Oh, John Hoover actually looks for board cert. I mean, John Hoover, do you seriously look for board certifications? When you go in and you see a doctor, do you look for board certifications? I mean, I, for one, just kind of assume that they've got their MD. I mean, sometimes if I'm bored, I might look at a wall. But usually, I don't actually go into an office anymore. I go into some sterile room with one of those fake beds with the paper roll on it, and I'm told to sit there, get undressed and sit there, and you sit there for like an hour and a half wondering if they've forgotten about you, and you move around and you crumple and you kind of gotta go to the bathroom and you're going, hello, it's gonna be much longer. I've got to go to the bathroom. Hmm. You had half your thyroid removed a year ago. Hmm. Somebody said the body decays because of separation. I don't know what that means, really. I mean, I understand what a body decaying means, but I don't understand if a body truly decays because of separation. Hey, would you guys do me a favor? We got 32 glorious people here watching. We've got 17 thumbs up. If you wouldn't mind, and even if you would mind, please double tap on that screen and give me a few more thumbs up. I think it'll tell the powers that be at YouTube to spread this show to a massive audience. And I believe with your help, we can jump from 32 viewers to 320. And if we get up to 320, I'm just going to sit back and talk, smile, sip some coffee, maybe read a couple more biblical passages to you. Uh, Tally well, yeah, whether you wrap your head around getting a little older or not, it happens. I'm telling you. I don't know where my 20s, 30s, and 40s and early 50s went. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Oh, could use a shoulder rub. Jerka said, coffee with Ken. You know it, Jerka. Zoranium said they wouldn't live according to the flesh. Flesh is kind of a funny word. You've used the word decay and flesh in the last 5 minutes. None of you guys can get old and die right now, by the way, because my audience with 30 people, and considering you guys are probably the ones that gave me thumbs up, if any of you, like John Hoover, you turned 60, and Kelly, who's lost half her thyroid, if you go and kick the bucket, who's going to be giving me thumbs up and engaging with this with my audience? Your softball days are over, but horseshoes is still fun. Pretty soon we'll be shuffleboarding. We'll be golfing. Maybe we'll pick up curling. Oh yeah, we could play cards. We could play gin rummy. Do I make money from thumbs up? I don't think so, but it strokes my ego and it feels pretty good. That's interesting. Jenny has asked 3 or 4 questions all about money. I wonder why Jenny is so focused on money. And then we have Zoranium who's saying to follow Christ. It's interesting the conversation that comes up. Your doctor told me it was great that you use the bathroom every day. Greg, it is great that you get to use the bathroom every day. And I'm proud of you for doing it. I was a little worried we'd have to slap on one of those diapers on you, maybe get you a bedpan. And, uh, but no, I am proud of you for uh, being able to use the bathroom all by yourself. I'm in here still. If you could come back in half an hour, that'd be awesome. I was anticipating it. I was anticipating it. Kelly Rosenthal sent a happy poop. I just got a text message. I thought I had it on Do Not Disturb. Apparently, I not. Oh, oh. Well, I did miss the joke then. I did miss the joke. I just saw Greg say his doctor was proud of him for going to the bathroom. I was proud of you too, Greg. Do I think my live audience and drop in views of my videos? Do I have a drop in views of my videos, Jenny? Jenny, who's asked three money questions, is now asking about my drop of views in my videos. Seems this Jenny character is way too obsessed with me. Yeah. Won't be the first time. But it's almost to 10 in the morning. I can't tell you how good uh, I feel that I'm not done with the gym at 8 o'clock. If I get YouTube Studio, I can see my analytics. Well, John Hoover, I'm aware there's something called YouTube Studio. I honestly don't spend too much time cranking over my analytics. I guess I don't care that much about my analytics beyond seeing 19 thumbs up and encouraging you guys with 35 people watching. I'll bet you that some of you haven't double tapped that screen yet. And if you did, we'd go over 20. But beyond that, I don't really put too much thought into my analytics or concern. I do this show because I like to, and it feels good. And I have an active mind, and I think I have some things to say. So I say 'em. Thank you, Greg. Daughter's birthday this year. She will be 26 on the 26th of 2026. Well, Greg, that is what I aim to do. is to put a smile on your face. And if I've done that and I drank my coffee and I've shared uh, a few thoughts, it's a good morning for me. Oh, Kelly, your daughter is going to be 26 on the 26th of March. And you're 44, did you say? I think it was you that said you were 44. I think it was you that had perimenopause, whatever that is. Good morning, Jim Rat. I appreciate you hopping on at this late hour and noticing how glorious the audience was. You probably didn't even recognize me because I'm coming at you from a totally different angle. You're used to seeing me in this little recess that is my window, uh, but I'm not. Well, Jim Rat, did I talk to you about my shoulder? Did you watch the video of me punching the bag, Jim Rat? I don't think we've talked about it. My shoulder was kind of aching a little bit, and I punched the bag, and it kind of hurt a little bit. And I didn't go to the gym yesterday, which left me very frustrated. And I'm not going today till 7 o'clock tonight, where I'm going to do what we call a restorative yoga class. Oh, Jim Rat, you need to watch it. It's posted on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and it is titled One Round with the Heavy Bag. And I think I posted it 2 days ago, and I think it's pretty cool. It's me sitting there swinging away. But then the next day I swung again and I hurt my shoulder. That's what scares you about punching. The heavy bag is your left shoulder. You're afraid you're going to mess it up even more. I remember you saying that, and I told you, don't worry about it. Keep punching it. I think I did something to it. I mean, it could be the bench press that was hurting my shoulder a little bit, but I actually felt something twinge a little bit on a punch. I could go work out, but I just don't want it getting worse. I want it getting better. And so I'm going to take some time off. I was going to ask Chat GPT if doing like the low rows would be okay on my shoulder. I think I had somebody suggest to incorporate some pulling exercises along with the pushing exercises that I do, like the bench press. And was thinking about going today and doing like the low row, I believe it's called. Smart move. You mean taking off or doing the low row? Don't confuse me, Jim Rat. Do not confuse me. I assume when you say smart move, you mean taking off a few days. Yeah, no, but I really enjoy hitting the bag and want to keep doing it. But tonight we're going to do a restorative yoga. Yeah, taking a day or two off. I'll tell you what, it was really hard for me. Again, because I think the working out is a huge foundation for my day. And yesterday I didn't go, and I found myself with uh, way too much time and too much stress on my hand. You asked me a minute ago about my job situation. Well, I've been working the one job. Uh, and I was supposed to start another job on Sunday, but I don't know. They never got me the paperwork. And then they asked me if I'd seen the mandatory training schedule and would I be able to attend. I go, yeah, no problem at all. I do have an appointment for 1 hour on Tuesday, so I won't be able to be there then, but I'm excited to get started. They responded, well, you can't miss any of the mandatory training. So we could reschedule for the following week. I felt that was a little too rigid. Um, wow, it sounds like Ron was really evaluating my punch. While learning how to perform an exercise correctly or punch correctly, you won't hurt yourself. Are you saying boxers don't ever get hurt, Ron? Well, thank you, Ron. Could be a repetitive stress injury or some ligament inflation. Yeah. John is suggesting I get it checked. I don't think I'm going to run out to the doctor. If I ran out to the doctor, it might be a younger doctor. I would have to check their board certification to see if they are qualified to evaluate my shoulder. It's a little tweak. I'm going to ignore it. I'm not going to totally ignore it. I'm just going to stop going to the gym for a few days. Not totally stop, as we've spoken about. I am going to do restorative yoga tonight. Might fall asleep if I'm hoping it's a she with a relaxing voice and maybe a scented candle. Well, people get injured all the time, doing all sorts of things. Even professional athletes get injured. Your body's not meant to uh, bench press or to do anything. You're going to get hurt if you're swinging your fist and punching a bag a lot. I mean, sometimes stuff happens, but to pretend like learning the correct way to do it will 100% remove all risk of injury is just ludicrous. Let's see. Who were my favorite TV doctors? Well, the first one that comes to mind is Alan Alda. Uh, Hawkeye, I guess, was his name on MASH. Uh, and then there was another show. I think there was a show called Trapper John MD, and I forget who the actor was, but he was. It was supposed to be a later version of Trapper John, the dude in MASH. It was a bald guy that played it. Does anyone know the show? Uh, that I'm talking about, Trapper John MD. Does anyone remember that show? There's a bald doctor with a beard. Was his name Wayne Stevens? Who's Wayne Stevens? Pernell Roberts. Was that who Trapper John MD was? Pernell Roberts? It's weird. Back then, we did not have too many choices to watch. We had to feed. If ABC was feeding us Trapper John MD on Sunday nights, we had to watch it. Things have changed a lot. He did play Adam on Bonanza, Greg. You're right. He did. I never even realized that till you just said it. But you're right. He did play Adam on Bonanza. Greg, how old are you? You don't get many Bonanza references these days, unless the viewers are very old. Yeah, Jim Rat. Again, I'm going to have to find a way to not hit the heavy bag for a few days, and maybe not bench press. Jim Rat, do you know? Because again, somebody suggested I do the low row on when I work out to balance out the bench press that I'm doing. And I was wondering if I could do a low row today with a sore shoulder, or probably just take it off. I don't know though. Oh, I'm getting so many alerts. Battery issues. Ron says I can beat the hell out of the bag. I have a very strong right-handed punch. Well, thank you, Ron. You are 67, but only in dog years. Well, there's a problem with that, Greg. I think dog years are times seven. Well, I guess you could equate that to dog years if you're breaking it down to the months. Just listen to my shoulder. All right, Jim Rant. But so no low row. I haven't talked to my shoulder about doing the low row. And there was some dude on Facebook that I didn't know that mentioned that I should balance out my bench press with the low row. Uh, I had the first guy since I've come to this city in Illinois walk up to me and say, "Hey, your coffee with Ken." It was a little strange. I was leaving a coffee shop, and granted, I did have my computer saying coffee with Ken on it, sitting there at the table. So he could have known that either way. But I was walking out the door and he kind of put his hand on my shoulder. It made me a little uncomfortable at first. And I go, "Yes, I am. How do I know you?" And he goes, "Social media. You were up in Wisconsin." Well, you guys, I'm way past my shoulder injury. I'm talking about an unsolicited touch by another man. It's kind of serious stuff. But anyway, it is. What time is it? I know what time. What day is it? It's Wednesday morning. It's 10:06. I am gonna go get myself some more coffee. I am going to eat my yogurts, my two oranges. Maybe watch CNBC for a little bit. Maybe head to donate plasma. Maybe go to a coffee shop. Come back here, see what the afternoon holds, and make my way to yoga class at 7:15. And I am looking forward to my day. And I hope you're looking forward to your day as well. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye bye.